Hello guys. Welcome to another video. If you like the video, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want more of this kind of video. So let's get started. Number 10. Silver Car Crash, Double Disaster, by Andy Warhol, 1932. Value $105.4 million. The most expensive work by the most famous legend of pop art, Andy Warhol's monumental silver car crash, was the star of the contemporary art evening sale at Sotheby's. Number 9. Nude, Green Leaves and Bust by Pablo Picasso, 1932. Value $106.5 million. This sensual and colorful masterpiece is the most expensive work by Picasso ever sold at auction. The work, formerly in the collection of Mrs. Sidney F. Brodie, had been never exhibited in public since 1961. Number 8. Flag by Jasper Johns, 1958. Value $110 million. Flags are Jasper Johns' most famous works. The artist painted his first American flag in 1954-55, a work now at the MoMA. Number 7. The Scream by Edvard Munch, 1895. Value $119.9 million. This iconic work was the most expensive painting ever sold at auction until it was surpassed by Bacon's Three Studies of Lucian Freud. The work is the most colorful of the four versions of Edvard Munch's masterpiece The Scream, and the only one still in private hands. Number 6. Gustav Klimt, Portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer I. Value $135 million. This was sold by Maria Altman, who, after a lengthy and complicated court battle, was deemed rightful owner of this Klimt and several others. Altman was named as an inheritor of the painting in the will by the widowed husband of the model herself, despite the efforts of the Austrian state, as Adele Bloch-Bauer had originally left the painting to the State Gallery in her own will. The painting was bought by Ronald Lauder for his Nude Gallery in New York, to be the centerpiece of a collection of Jewish-owned art rescued from the Nazi looting that took place in the Second World War. Number 5. Willem de Kooning, Woman 3. Value $137,500,000. Another painting sold by Geffen in 2006, but this time bought by billionaire Stephen A. Cohen. It is part of a series of 6 painted by de Kooning in the period of 1951-53, which revolved around the theme of a woman, and is allegedly the only woman still in private hands. Number 4. Jackson Pollock, Number 5, 1948. Value $140 million. It is claimed by the New York Times that this painting was sold by David Geffen, of Geffen Records, to David Martinez, managing partner of FinTech Advisory. However, a press release issued on behalf of Martinez states that he didn't actually purchase the painting. So the truth is shrouded in mystery, and it can only be rumored to have sold for a record-breaking $140 million. Number 3. Three Studies of Lucian Freud by Francis Bacon, 1969. Value $142.4 million. Not only the most expensive painting ever auctioned, but also a record for a contemporary work of art. Christie's explained that when this work was painted, the relationship between Freud and Bacon was at its apex. Number 2. La Rêve, The Dream, by Pablo Picasso, 1932. Value $155 million. La Rêve, The Dream, is one of Picasso's most sensual and famous paintings, depicting her lover Marie Therese Walter sitting on a red armchair with her eyes closed. In 2006, Steve Wynn agreed to sell the painting to Stephen Cohen for $139 million, but the sale was cancelled when Mr. Wynn accidentally damaged the work. Number 1. The Card Players by Paul Cézanne, 2011. Value $250 million. The exact price of the Card Players, even the currency of sale, is not known, with estimates from $259 million to even $320 million. The Card Players is a series of oil paintings by the French post-impressionist artist Paul Cézanne. Painted during Cézanne's final period in the early 1890s, there are 5 paintings in the series. Keep in mind though guys, the royal family of Gothard didn't buy the series, they bought just that one painting for $259 million. The series is considered by critics to be a cornerstone of Cézanne's art during the early to mid-1890s period, as well as a prelude to his final years, when he painted some of his most acclaimed work. The models for the paintings were local farm hands, some of whom worked on the Cézanne family estate, the James de Buffon. Each scene is depicted as one of quiet, still concentration. The men look down at their cards rather than at each other, with the cards being perhaps their sole means of communication outside of work. One critic described the scenes as human still life, while another speculated that the men's intense focus on their game mirrors that of the painter's absorption in his art. Thank you for watching.